Welcome to the live replay. Today is September 29th and we are going to be doing September here in Ivy's journal. Just let me get everything ready. Hey Alex. Welcome here, you guys. Oh my goodness, that was almost a disaster. I just about knocked over my whole cup of tea, which is frozen rock solid right now, actually. I definitely left it in the freezer too long. Whoops. Welcome here, everyone. I'm just getting started here. We are doing September in Ivy's journal today, which is baby girl themed, and we chose to do a little like clothesline with baby clothes hanging from it. That's how we decided to do this month. So now my photos app. Oh yay, I'm glad you guys are excited for this one. Welcome here, you guys. Okay, just for the few of you guys who are here, I kind of saved two reference photos last time. One of them was this, which actually like is branches, it looks like, and not a clothesline. And then the other one is a normal clothesline, but obviously we will do baby girl clothes. But what do you guys think? Do you like the look like with the leaves like that and actually making it a branch, or do you like just the straight up clothesline better? Maybe with little bows on the end. I'm gonna start swatching some colors. I'm thinking obviously mostly pink because this is a baby girl theme, but I was thinking maybe going with yellow as well. What do you guys think? Like pink and purple or pink and yellow? Like those are my two baby girl defaults. Clothesline, okay. Let's do that then. This one's very light, but we might use it a bit. And what do you think? Yellow as the secondary color or purple? Let me see what color combinations we've used most recently. Here we had yellow, pink, and purple all together. For July, we had pink, purple, and blue. June, no pink, just yellow. Here we had pink with a bright yellow. Here we had pink with a wine color, and there we had pink and purple again. You're thinking yellow? Hey Dana, September is a baby girl theme. We're doing a little clothesline with little baby girl clothes and stuff hanging off of it. Wow, yeah, I made my tea drink way too frozen. Hope I'm able to drink it soon. Didn't bring down my water. Okay, now where did my brown go? Oh yeah, here we go. Yellow and lavender. Okay, so I'm gonna use these two pinks and then pair them with either a very light, like duckling yellow, or with a very light purple. We could do all three actually. What do you guys think? Yellow, purple, or all three colors? Or I guess four, because I've got two pinks in there, but what do we think about that? All of them? All of them, all of them? Okay, let's just do all of them then. Welcome here, you guys. All. Okay, perfect. Locked in, we will do all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little clothesline across here, and I'm trying to decide if I want to do a teddy bear hanging on it or not, because I know we already had a whole teddy bear theme for like the teddy bear and dinos in April. So I'm not really sure if I want to just hang clothes or hang a little teddy bear too. Oh, a bunny instead. That's a cute idea. Okay, let's do a little light gray bunny maybe. Just like a very soft gray, like the one that I always use for my shadow. Okay, yeah, let's do a little bunny. I'm gonna do the bunny first, I think. So we'll do his ear up here. One of them is like it's hanging from the ear, and then the other ear will be flopping over like that. And then we'll do the body, the arms kind of hanging down, and the legs. I'm gonna do some little like overalls or something on the bunny and then come in and color it a little bit more. I just wanted to kind of get an outline, like a little, let's do a little overall dress on the bunny. And I'll definitely need to add some, oh, I should use the lighter pink for inside the ears, but whatever. Definitely need to add some sort of outline to the bunny. I don't know if I'm gonna wanna add an outline to everything, but the bunny's gonna need it because I want it to be very nice and light gray. Okay, so I've got a little bunny hanging down. I'm trying to decide if I want to color it in darker with gray, but I think I like it just like really soft. And then we'll hang a little baby girl outfit. Over here. So light. I'm gonna make it striped so that you can see where it is. I don't know yet if I want to outline everything. I feel like maybe I'll have to because everything is so light right now. Yeah, that needs an outline, doesn't it? Okay, well, I'll do all the outlining at the end then maybe. And then over here, maybe let's do a little blanket hanging down, a little baby blanket. And I'm gonna draw like a plaid pattern on here, I think, with white gel pen. We're working on September. A little baby girl theme. Okay, and then we need some little purple socks right over here. All right, I'm gonna add the little black outline to everything and the clothespins to everything. Actually, let me do that first. A clothespin here, clothespins. Oh, hey Stephanie, I'm glad you could make it today. right, then let's add some white gel pen. And we gotta decide how we wanna do the title for this month. Trying to think, I wonder if we should do like stamps, like typewriter type stamps. We haven't used those at all yet. Stamps, we could do, so like maybe stamp hello and then September in like monoline black calligraphy. What do we think? So we could stamp hello and then write like September in like this kind of, you know, not thick black calligraphy, or what? Is that too black though? Or we could just stamp September. Or we could do something totally different. We could do like, using these colors, we could do almost like in February when we had this like printed font, you know, like we could use the pastel colors and do more of like a bubbly printing sort of thing. Let me think here. I think black is too harsh. I kind of think so too, except for I love the idea of doing the stamps, and I always do those in black because I only have black ink pads. Get war flashbacks. Yeah. Trying to get my tea to be drinkable. Any other title ideas? So we could just stamp on September. We could stamp hello and then write September in calligraphy. Or we could do like using the soft colors from the baby doodles. We could do some kind of printing. Oh guys, this tea drink is a disaster. Any other ideas? Oh, Alex, I just drink cold black tea with honey and cream. That's like iced black tea, sorry, not just like tea that I let sit on the counter for hours, but they would have black text. Yeah, that's true. We could still like, we could stamp in black and use a brown for September, because the stamped black is never as harsh as like straight up coloring with black, you know, because it's a little bit more like choppy kind of, you know. So we could still stamp hello and then do September, but just not in black. I don't know, any thoughts, you guys? Maybe I should put up a poll. I don't even know how many people. Oh, we already have a lot of people. Let me think. Okay, well, maybe let's just do a poll. Since I can't decide for myself here, I'm going to start a poll in just a sec. Poll, custom. We'll do 2 minutes so that I have enough time to describe everything that's on my mind. And we'll come up with 4 options. Okay, so there's a little poll. You can see the clipboard icon right underneath my name. So option 1, we were thinking of using typewriter stamps to stamp the word hello, you know, like you'll do hello baby or whatever for like a baby shower card. Hello, and then September in black. This is option number 1. Option number 2 would be hello stamped on, like stick with the stamps, but do September in a softer color, like a brown. That's the brown that I used for the clothespins. The brown of the clothesline is even lighter. So that's option 1, stamp hello, black September. Option 2, stamp hello, a softer September. Option 3 is to ditch the hello, but stick with the stamps and just stamp September down here. And then option 4, yeah, the stamping would be black, but it's never like as harsh because the ink isn't, like it doesn't transfer on completely opaque, you know what I mean? So option 3 would be just stamp on September. And then option 4 is to ditch the stamps, ditch all of the neutral colors in general, and use these like the yellow, the pink, the purple to do some sort of more like bouncy, bubbly type of printing. Not big, I feel like we still need like a small font to go with this, but it would be colorful and more like cutesy instead of more like storybook, you know? So let me run you through the options again. Number 1, stamp on hello, black calligraphy September. Number 2, same thing, but do a lighter, softer color for September. Number 3, no hello, but just stamp on September down here. And then option 4 is to ditch that vibe altogether and use these soft colors that we used for the doodles to do some sort of like printing or calligraphy September in these soft baby colors. Let me know what you think in the poll, which is almost done. Here we go. I don't even have a prediction of which one's gonna win. Is that option 2? Oh, guys, I'm a disaster today. Option 2, so then we've got stamp on September, but keep the calligraphy lighter. So sure, or stamp on hello, I mean. Sorry. I was saying the right thing in my head, as usual. So I'm gonna write September 1st and then stamp on hello. And I wanna keep it nice and like, kind of bouncy. I'm not like stretching it out, but not like juicy and bouncy, you know? And then I'll just stamp hello. Let me grab my ink. Thanks for all the likes, you guys. I see that number climbing, and I appreciate that. How was everyone's weekend? All right, that works. Hello, September. And I'm trying to decide if I want to add anything else to the page. I like it, but it's so, like, there's still lots of space to work with, you know? So I'm trying to decide if I would want to add like little flowers like around September, or maybe even like bigger flowers like up in the 2 top corners or something. Black grid in the corner. Oh yeah, I like that idea. Like very fine black grid. Should we mix flowers with this theme? I don't really want to do a whole scene. I guess I could do tufts of grass and then like little clouds, but I don't want to make it look like I'm trying to lay out a whole landscape, because that's not really what I'm going for. I'm going for more of like, this is a baby shower card kind of look. You know what I mean? Not like a, I want everything true to proportions and the perspective that we're looking from and everything. Phoenix, this is still Ivy's journal. So she ordered a 12-month one, so we'll be in this one for a little while yet. Do the side page first. I could do the side page first, yeah. Clouds. Okay, well, sure. Let's do the side page first. We've got brain dump on the side, and let me show you how we've done it in the past and how we could do one of those similar layouts for this month. So for January, we had big lettering. I don't really think that's the vibe here, so maybe we'll just discount that one. We could do something like this, like small letters, brain at the top, dump at the bottom with like little flower doodles or something kind of sprinkled amidst the letters. I think I like that idea. March, what did we do? Oh yeah, we could do something like this as well. Brain dump in smaller letters in the middle and then some kind of border going around. No, not that style. Nah. Kind of the same. Let me think here. I feel like actually deciding what we do on this page is going to help a lot with the brain dump, because that will help us to know, you know, if we're adding flowers or if we're adding butterflies or clouds or whatever. Those doodles will be really nice, like repeating doodles to use on other pages too. The border look like the clothesline. I could do the border similar to the clothesline. Or we could have little bows as an accent doodle. Small little bows. Wait, Lee loves coffee bits. Daisies on the bottom, clouds on the top. The butterfly idea. Let me think here. Oh yeah, and then August we did that. Let me think here. I'm just trying to decide if I want to make this into like a landscape, you know, like add the grass or daisies, add the clouds or sun, or rather keep it like, yeah, I was picturing more of like just a baby shower card in my head. So maybe like some flower doodles in the corners or something like that, but I'm just trying to decide which direction to take this. I don't know if I'll do the letter blocks thing, you guys. It just sounds like, I mean, I think it would be cute, but I think I'd rather carry over the simple doodles that we already have in our minds that fit with the theme. You don't see flowers with this theme? It's just supposed to be a baby girl theme. That's the theme. Yeah. Okay. I am thinking I might just do some little, I'm gonna do brain dump stamped on and do some little like bows and baby clothes that we've kind of already used, and then add the clothesline type border. And then we can talk about the cover page. I thought that deciding that first would help, but I'm not totally sold on any of the options, so I want to keep thinking about it while I stamp this out. Here we go. Dump, and then I'm gonna do a little yellow bow up here that will get traced in black and a pattern on it with white. Yeah, I could do a little pacifier in pink. Okay, that got big all of a sudden. Whoops. And a little pair of socks in purple. Let's do the oh yeah, we could do a little rattle. And we'll do a little bib down here. You guys can. I know you probably don't believe me, but I think you can do this. So far, like it's all just blobs, you know? Little blobs, big blobs. Put them all together. Add some white gel pen and it looks like you actually know what you're doing. Oh, hey, Alex. Sorry, if there are questions for me and I'm not answering them, feel free to ask them again. Black outline, I don't really particularly recommend this. It's just a cheapo fine liner that I was gifted years and years ago from a stationery brand. I don't even remember who. I think it was just like, it wasn't Graphmaster like the name. It was just someone who sells a bunch of stationery, you know, like Journal Say or something. I don't think it was them though, but I don't really have a good black fine liner that I recommend. I've enjoyed the Mr. Pen ones in the past and the Artex ones, but yeah, I don't know. Haven't used any of those in years though. Oh, paint markers for a beginner. You know, the only paint markers that I have really ever tried are the Artex like brush tip ones, and I love them. But I have just started trying them like now after, you know, using normal brush markers for years. So I'm not sure. I know you can get like Posca style paint markers that just have more of like a solid tip, not even like a chisel tip, like that round, what do you call that? Nib? I don't know. But anyways, you could try something like that, but I don't know a good spot to get those from. I've never really actively sought out paint markers, but now that I have some, I do really like them. That's our brain dump page. And then Hello September. And I kind of feel like it looks done. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't really feel like adding any, like it necessarily needs anything added, but I want to hear from you guys too. I think it's fine? Okay. I'm not really seeing a natural place to put a teddy bear at the moment, but maybe in future pages. But we already have a whole teddy bear and dino theme in this journal, so I'm not going to do that here, I don't think. Okay. Next decision is the calendar. Let me show you the two options, and unless you guys object strongly, I think I'm just going to choose. This is one of the ways that we've been doing it with the light, the line in dark and then a color underneath, no full outline, versus this one where we have a full outline. I'm thinking for September, we should do this option and do like the color of the clothespins or the clothesline to outline it, and then do the soft colors for the dots for the days. Does that sound good? I feel like I'm not making a lot of sense when I'm trying to talk today. Full outline one. Okay, perfect. September 2026. We're gonna have 3 days. Does that check out with how August ended? Yeah, 3 days here. Okay. Perfect. Let's do it. And I think I'm actually going to use the even lighter option that we used for the clothesline. So 3, 6, 8, 3, 4, 5, 5, 3, 4, 5. Hey Austin, my weekend was pretty good. I feel like I can never remember what I did on the weekend by the time I get to a live and I'm trying to talk about my weekend. Yeah, it was pretty low key. Oh yeah, my mom came over for a bit one of the days to hang out with the boys. And us. And aside from that, it was just us hanging out at home. Nicole, I agree with you. It is repetitive, but I have been told that I'm not allowed to change it because it's now like my signature move. But you know what, Nicole? The reason why I have this song over and over is because I have tried many. If you can find a better one for me, honestly send it to me on Instagram. But here's the thing, I've tried royalty-free background music or lo-fi music or whatever, and it needs to be royalty-free because when I upload the replay to YouTube, I've tried many that say that they're royalty-free, but then when I try uploading the replay to YouTube, I get copyright charges or strikes, sorry, and then I can't monetize the video, or I need to cut out chunks of the video. How many spots do I want? Let's just do 3. So I've tried quite a few, and they all, even if they say they're copyright free, they still end up, or royalty free, they still end up giving me copyright strikes. So this is the one that I found that actually didn't result in a copyright infringement on YouTube, and that's why I just keep using it over and over again. No, I've been doing YouTube. I guess I could try Spotify, but I don't know if they have like royalty free playlists and stuff like that. Classical, oh yeah. I'm not very picky about music. When I started doing this, I had nothing in the background, and I felt like pretty much anything would be an upgrade. So I found this one. I never meant for it to be like the Rylee classic or a signature sound, because I'm not crazy about it either. I just wanted something, and this is like the only thing that didn't actually give me any copyright strikes. Tips on drawing calendars. Do you want to know like the spacing that I use for my calendar grids, or other tips? Okay, the spacing for 2-page calendars. The spacing that I use as my default calendar is this one here, where all of the spaces, or all the calendar boxes, are 5 dot grid spaces across and 6 dot grid spaces down. And you'll notice I always start by turning my page sideways. I count 8 dots down from the top, and then I just count 5, 5, 5, and I know because I'm looking at a calendar that I only need 3 days up here, because the weekend or the other 2 are going to be over here. And then I just jump down 6 dots, so jump down 6, count 5s all the way again. If you're using one of these journals, it's gonna leave you 1 dot grid space on the side, and then yeah, I just rip through. Yeah, I don't really know what other tips to give other than, yeah, I always find it easiest to do my calendars sideways so that I can have the same like top starting point, and then just count out the number of days that I need, 5 dot grid spaces across. If you saw Janelle's journal that we did previous to Janelle's most recent journal, we were doing 4x4 calendars in there. So the spaces were quite a bit smaller. These are 5x6. And so there was a lot more room all around the edge for doodles, but it also just kind of depends what else you want to include on your page. You know, one of the reasons I do this is because it leaves just like one big margin that you can actually use for something. Whereas you could alternatively like have 4 days over here, still using the 5x6 spaces, and just tack another day on here. And then you'd have smaller margins. If you don't want any other like function on your calendar page, that might be nicer because it's a little bit more balanced. And then you can just do a few doodles on the side. If you want your calendar boxes to be even bigger, you can do 6x6. I mean, I guess you could do 7x6 on months that don't have an extra, you know, the awkward ones that have like 31 days and they end up spanning both of these weekends. But yeah, if you do 6x6, you'll just want 4 days on one side and 3 days on the other. Otherwise it won't fit. But I'm not sure. Those, I don't know if those really count as tips. Those are just some of the common spacings that I see. But yeah, it kind of depends how much space you want to actually write in the daily boxes, and then how much space you want to actually use along the sides. That's going to kind of determine probably how you want to space it out. Okay, is my tea finally ready for me? Yes. Yay. No problem, Nicole. Oh, thanks, Candy. Savannah, yes, the pre-made journals are on their way. And so, yeah, I was telling you guys the other day that they had been delayed because of weather. And so my manufacturer came up with an incredible solution. She's sending like enough of them by express that I can have a normal launch without having to pay the insane fees to send all of the journals by express. So we will still have enough journals arrive here. They should be here. I'm thinking the pre-order is going to start in about 2 to 3 weeks, and then the journals will arrive here shortly after that. I mean, I have samples arriving even before that, and then that batch arriving in, a few weeks from now. So we did come up with a good solution. They are on the way, and you will be seeing pre-order information coming up in the next couple of weeks here. Okay. Oh, I should have asked you guys while I was numbering. What should we do for the calendar here? How should we use all this extra space? So over here, we've been doing a check-in box. So in August, we made our check-in box look like this. In July, our check-in box was a mermaid tail. Most months it's just like a heading and a box, but just trying to decide like what kinds of doodles to put everywhere. Oh, I have a cute idea that we don't necessarily need to use it here, but we could use it somewhere. Is if we do a clothesline with, do you guys ever see on like TikTok and stuff, those like, when people will make birthday banners for kids and they use like cute fabric scraps and kind of like, I'm just trying to think of how to best describe it. They'll like put the padded layer in between and then stitch them together and cut with like the crinkly scissor around the edges. But basically what I would do would be like the clothesline look and then like, you know, like a kind of puffy looking S-E-P, spell September all along the top here, and use white gel pen to make like the little patterns on there, like the fabric patterns from one of those birthday banners. Pennant, is that what it's called? Okay, I think I might just do that. I feel like it's kind of reminding me of like cookie letters for December in Summer's bullet journal, and I was obsessed with those. Because it would kind of be, you know, same kind of thing, like puffy letters with patterns on them. So I feel like we're gonna love it. But I guess that leads me to my other question. Should I do it on a clothesline like a banner? The only downside there is that the letters would have to be smaller because our clothesline would dip, you know? So the letters can only be as big as the lowest point of our clothesline would have room for, versus we don't put them on a clothesline and we just kind of have them standing like this at the top. What do you guys think? Maybe I'll do a poll for this one. Start a poll here. Because I really like the clothesline idea, but I feel like maybe a little bit bigger letters would be cuter. Let's do 1 minute, 2 options. Okay, so option number 1 would be to have a clothesline and then have September. So we're gonna try to make it look like one of those fabric letter birthday banners. So the clothesline would have to kind of dip here, right? So then September, the letters would be maybe like this tall, like 3 dots tall probably, going along the clothesline here. That's option 1. Or we do the same style of letters, but no clothesline. So they still kind of look like those fabric scrap letters, but they would be bigger because they don't need to dip down on a clothesline. And that's option 2. Memories page. Yeah, we could do a similar thing on the memories page. bow at the top, ribbons to make the box outline. I like that. Okay, option 2. Sure, yes, sounds good. Option 2 and then clothesline for the memories page. Okay. So let me think here. How many letters does September have? September. Okay, so I want Septe. That would be good because M is wider. So let's try to do that. So S. EPTE, yeah. It's a cute yellow, hey? Yeah, I really wish that this yellow was available as a brush pen and not just a chisel tip, because that's like the one downside to it is I can never use it for like calligraphy or anything because it's only a chisel tip. All right, then let's do black border. Hey Chelsea. Well, thanks for being here. Do you mean specifically like the full, all of the months are personalized for you? Or any sort of personalized journal? 'Cause most of the journals that I do, they're still personalized, but it's like the cover design is personalized and the charms and the name page, but not all of the interior pages. That's more of the more common ones that I do. But which one are you specifically thinking? All of the months. Oh yeah, so these ones, I only open one spot at a time because it does take a lot of time. I only open one spot and they usually take me at least a month to finish. So because of, yeah, how much time they take and everything, they are in the hundreds. But yeah, I do have a pre-made journal coming out as well, since I realistically probably only have one more spot like this available before 2026. So I do have a pre-made journal coming out that still has all hand-drawn designs, but then it's printed in bulk so that it's not just for one person, you know, anyone can use it. So that might be a good one to consider as well if you're looking at getting like a done-for-you journal. And that one's coming out. The pre-order will start in a few weeks for that one. I'm just gonna do some like little girly patterns in with my white gel pen. Like that. September's theme is a baby girl theme. She just had her baby girl this September, so next September she'll be one, still very babyish. So that is the theme prompt that she gave us for September. I am not sure, Prettyfuls. I definitely want to continue offering some level of customization, but I may need to trim down the options that I offer. Yeah, I'm not totally sure yet what that's gonna look like. But I will still have some, I just may not have all of the customization options available. So Jess, yeah, I've been having to do everything with Purolator, which is okay. They're just more pricey. So I actually, like, my Etsy shop doesn't have any physical products in it right now because Etsy only integrates with Canada Post. So then I was having to manually make all the shipping labels in Purolator. So now only my website is actually available to place orders. But it's all the same journals as the Etsy shop had. It just makes shipping easier with the whole Canada Post strike. Yes, I am in Canada. Someone was asking white gel pen brand, I think. This is a Languo white gel pen. Oh no, Jess. Yikes, I have never had a package stolen. All right, let's see. What? No way, Jess. Opened it, put stew in it? People have too much free time if that's what you're doing with other people's packages. What in the world? I've never heard of anything like that happening. Okay, there we go. We've got all of our September lettering done. Let me give you a close-up of the little white gel pen patterns. We've got some hearts, waves, flowers, a random design, little sunshines, some plaid, other little flowers, leaves, and dots. And then I'm gonna do, I think for the check-in box, I'm just gonna outline it in one of the browns that we used here, and then just do like a grid pattern on it and stamp check-in on. Keep it pretty simple, and I'll just make it line up with the size of the calendar here. But I always love doing letters like this. I'm glad we chose this one. It always, like, it takes me a lot longer to do that kind of letters versus like calligraphy, but they always turn out so cute. All right, let's do just a grid pattern in here. This one is $9.90. All right, and then we'll just stamp on check-in. All right, there we go. That page is done. I'm just gonna take another sip of tea before we move on to the memories page. Thanks, Alex. So we're in the middle of our September theme, which the prompt was baby girl. So that's what we're working on here. The next page that we're going to do is the memory spread. And I think we were thinking of having the letters hanging on a clothesline. Let me see. Yeah, let's just do that, hey? Letters hanging on a clothesline and maybe like a little onesie or teddy or something hanging on the side if we have extra space. Does that sound good? So Carolyn, the book that I use is one from my shop. I've got them in 4 colors and you can personalize it. You can add your custom charms. You can add a gold foil cover design. I always make this mistake. I don't bring my own journal down and I just mailed out all of my done journals. So I can't even show you any that have a gold cover design or a name page, but you can see them on my profile. But they've got 160 GSM pages, 192 of them. So they're super thick, no ghosting or bleeding for your markers or anything. And then of course the dot grid, which I would be so lost without the dot grid as far as spacing things out and everything. So these are the ones that I have in my shop right now. I've been loving them. I picked the green one for myself, but I'm not sure yet which color I'm gonna do for my next journal. I was thinking brown, but now I'm thinking maybe blue. Okay, let's do that then. Let's do a little clothesline here with memories across it and then maybe a couple little baby doodles around. We'll see how things are looking once we've got all the letters in. So let me just do this. Oh, and Carolyn, if you do have a look or anyone, please use the code livestream. You'll get a discount with that. And I'll do all of the personalization right here on live for you. So you can choose your charms on live. I've got like a million different charms in here that you can choose from. We'll do your name page on live, all of that. Right here, right now. Yes, Chi-Chi, these are the ones available in my shop. So the link in my bio, the individual colors, I just took them out of my Etsy shop because Canada Post is on strike again, but they are still available through my website, RyleeAutumn.com. And then, yeah, you can personalize your charms, your name page, do like a gold foil design on the cover. And if you use the code livestream, you'll get a discount and I'll pack it up right here so that you can be here for your personalization. So we want memories, M-E-M-O, yes. Okay, let's do that. I think for the clothesline though, I'm actually gonna work from the middle out, so. O will be over here. So I have 1 week on 2 pages. I'm not totally sure what you mean, Tatiana. Have 1 week on 2 pages. I usually do 1 week on 2 pages. Is that what you mean? Follow the month by week. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, well, we've done a few different layouts for that kind of thing in this journal. We did this one here for January. And this one for February. And then March and April we had this one, which the next time we used it, which was August, we changed it up a little bit and did it like this. But yeah, I've got lots of different layout options for doing 2-page weekly spreads. Oh, thanks. No problem, Tatiana. If you want spacing for like a specific one, just let me know which one you liked and I can tell you how we did the spacing. The August one. Okay, I can break down the spacing for August. So I get to kind of cheat with deciding the theme because I'm making this for someone else. She actually decided all the themes for me. But most of my theme ideas come from Pinterest. And then I just try to put my own spin on it. But yeah, if you're looking to set up a weekly spread like this, what I would do is taking your ruler or just counting out the dots. I start 2 spaces from the top and you're gonna want each daily box to be 6 dot grid spaces tall. So starting 2 down, I would just mark 0, 6, 12, and 18 centimeters, or 0, 12 dots, 24 dots, 36 dots. That's gonna be kind of the spacing for your boxes vertically. Same thing over here, but instead of the top box, you're just leaving that whole space open for decoration, or it could be a notes box or something for you, but these ones here are the exact same. And then I also always like to mark the middle of the page, which is right at 6.5 centimeters or 13 dots, and you're just gonna leave a gap on both sides of that spot. So each one of these ends up being 5.5 dot grid spaces, 5.5 centimeters, so 11 dot grid spaces by 6 centimeters or 12 dot grid spaces. And then you've got open space here and here to use for whatever other features you specifically need in a journal. This is what Ivy requested. She likes a notes box and a little calendar showing the current week, but every custom order is different. You can really put whatever you want in there. Like this exact one, Tatiana, is in my shop. So if you go to RyleeAutumn.com or just click the link in my bio, you'll see it right there. I have 4 different colors and you can personalize it as much or as little as you want to. Yeah, I don't know. That's where you can find these exact ones. And if you do choose to do that, please use the code live stream so that you can get a discount, and we'll pack it up for you right here and do all your personalization for charms and name page and whatever else you choose. Oh, no problem. Thanks, Tatiana. Yeah, so when someone orders from me, Stephanie, there's like a Google form that you can fill out, and you can choose from those options. You can request other options that I don't have on there because I didn't think of everything to put on there, but so basically, yeah, you fill out the form with whatever different pages you want, and that's what we put in. So each one is a bit different. All right, there we've got our memories heading, again with just little white gel pen doodles on the letters. And what do you guys think? I think I like it just like this. She's gonna paste pictures in and fill it with other things. I don't think we necessarily need to fill more space, but what do you guys think? Leave it? Okay. I just need to let this white gel pen dry before we can go on to the next page, which is going to be the weekly spread. And I need to remember, we're now cycling through weekly spreads for the final time. So we, for August, we used the layout that we originally used in April, which means that we are back to this layout that we used in January and then again in May. So this is the one that we're going to set up here. I'm trying to think of how we're going to arrange it. What if I do, I'm just letting this white gel pen dry, so let's make a couple decisions about the weekly layout. What if instead of having the notes box here and the calendar up here, what if I move Sunday down here, and then we put the whole notes box here and then the calendar over here with the heading? So we could do like SEP in these big fun letters and then a calendar or something. Or I'm just trying to think of what I want to be like the focal doodle. Like, do we want to keep the lettering as the focal doodle? Personally, I love that. I feel dumb saying focal doodle, but I think you know what I mean. Or do we want to find, like, rather do small lettering like we did over here and then have the focus be on little baby doodles, you know? That's what I'm trying to decide. I don't feel like doing the baby blocks. Sorry. I already chose like multiple lettering styles for this theme, so I'm not gonna do another one. I think we're just gonna stick with what we've got. We've got stamps, we've got calligraphy, we've got patterned fun letters. So as cute as baby blocks are, I think we've got enough lettering going on in this month. And yeah, I like what we've got. I feel like we don't need to mess with it. But the baby blocks sound very cute. One of you guys should definitely do that theme. Couple baby doodles to pull that in more. Okay, so then we could do it exactly the same layout as this and then just have like a baby doodle in the corner. Let me think, how else could we do it? We could even slide Monday over, or like slide the extra day over, so that we have this whole section at the top, so that we could do a little clothesline with like maybe a baby doodle, like that bunny hanging and then SEP, or like, and then on the next page a onesie hanging and then SEP, you know? Should we do that? Maybe I'll take a poll here while this white gel pen is drying. Let's do a poll on how we want to arrange this weekly spread. So context for the poll, we already have our theme locked in, so don't try to change the theme. Our theme is baby girl, and this is how we've chosen to present it. The clothesline and these fun little like birthday banner style fabric letters. So that's the theme, and this is the like baseline for the weekly spread. So let's choose a few options here. Option 1 is going to be to keep the pages exactly how they're laid out, but obviously change the theme. So that just means leaving the calendar here, leaving the title here, the notes box here, and then a baby doodle here. So if we're doing something like this, I'm guessing we would like stamp on notes, maybe do some fun lettering like this for SEP or the calligraphy again or something, but we would keep the composition exactly the same, baby doodles down in the corner. That's option 1. Option 2 would be to move this guy down, this box, and use this section for notes. And then we'd have lots of space to do bigger lettering like this for September, and a calendar over here. So move that down to put the notes box here, calendar here, SEP in these big fun letters. That's option 2. Option 3 is going to be to slide over this day. And then we have space up at the top here to do a clothesline again. And option 3 is going to be to just hang one little baby doodle from the clothesline, like the little bunny or blankie or onesie or something, and then hang the letters SEP. Option 4 is going to be very similar, but we're going to hang only baby items and then put September in smaller lettering, one of these 2 styles underneath it. So option 1, keep everything the same, but this would be a baby doodle. Option 2, put notes over here, big letters for SEP over here with the calendar. Option 3, clothesline with SEP as some of the hanging items. And then option 4, clothesline with only baby items, smaller text, September, written underneath in one of these fonts. Those are the 4 options. Please put your votes in the poll, not in the comments. They won't be counted if they're just in the comments. So go put them in the poll, and then TikTok will tally them up for us. And that probably gave plenty of time for my white gel pen here to dry, hey? Yes. Option 3. Okay, option 3 I feel like is a good mix because we get the clothesline element with the baby doodle on it, but we still get to do the fun letters. So that will be nice. And just to confirm, I need, let me check. What did this one end on? Okay, so it did end on the 30th. So we've got this week that we need to do 1, 2, 3, 4. And I would do, what do you guys think? This is always the question that we run into is, should I include this week in September? It will have 3 days of September and then 4 days of October. Yes, Lisa, I always roll over into the next month. I always start my weekly spreads on a Monday. So this first weekly spread is going to start on August 31st. Usually we do, I used to always have a minimum rule of 3. If it had 3 days, I would include it in the current month. But I know you guys have been saying the majority. So majority technically would be October. But I think I might do it in September. Partially because I know that I like the theme. I don't remember what the October theme is, but I always hate having to do that extra weekly spread in a month that is not like my favorite theme when I could have done it in a cuter theme. It's silly, but oh yeah, next one is Halloween, which could be cute, might not be. Meg, we haven't had one on the line yet in this journal, like where it's 3 days in one month and 4 in the other. You know, that's as even of a split as you can get. We haven't had any of those, I don't think, in this journal, as far as I can remember. No, September doesn't have the majority because we start on Monday for the weekly spreads, and this is Sunday. So September has the minority, but I would still default to putting this week in September. Let's just do that. It's a silly thing to spend so much time thinking about. Okay, so this is the layout that we want, but we're going to scoot one of the days over here and then have the calendar down in that bottom corner. So how did I split this one? Whoops, wrong way. How did I split it the other time that I used it? Or was that the only one? January. Okay, same, perfect. Ivy, hello, welcome. We are working on September, your baby girl theme. So we just finished all the monthly spreads and we're starting on the weeklies. We did little like lettering to try to look like the little fabric, like birthday bunting style letters, so that we could incorporate the clothesline thing. But yes, Lindsay, it's for 2026 for Ivy, who just showed up in the chat. So it's a 12-month journal. We started in January and now we're in September. So we're getting close to the end here. Okay, what do I want to do here? Yeah, 6, 12. I know, Ivy, I feel like we've been cruising in this one. Just give me one quick sec, you guys. I just remembered one thing that I want to write down here. Just on my iPad. Okay, how many pages have I done here? 1, 2, 3, 4, and we just decided to do that extra 5th week in September. 0, 6, 12. Okay, could someone block see my age? I don't know how to do that. Maybe I can. Do I have a moderator here? Block. Confirm. I think I got it. I think I got rid of him. What? Report. Where are my other moderators? And does anyone know how to do this quickly? Because I'm sure I can figure it out. Well, I thought I could. But I think she's still here. Okay, I think I took care of it now, Michelle, or Dawn, sorry. I was just reading part of your name. Yeah, the first time I just reported her, but then I don't think that actually blocked her from the chat. Yeah, so that was my problem. The first time I tried to report, because I thought it would be a report and block kind of situation, but I think I just reported her the first time, but now we've got her out of there. Perfect. Okay. So I need to remember now where I want to put the days, because we have them in. Okay, so I want to go 3 across the top, 3 across the next row. Or no, just 2 across the top, right. I need to hold this open while I do this. Puzzle, good thinking. No puzzle yet. Okay, so let's do one up here. And we have another one over here, right? Is that where I want to put pink? Let's just do that.